Hello everybody and welcome to Archer Minecraft. I'm your host, Master Archer 86, and I have decided to start this as a little bit of an experiment and a challenge to myself. I've been playing Minecraft on and off for about 7 or 8 years now, and I decided it's time for a challenge. So I am currently on a creative world, as you can see, and this villager is annoying me, so let's get out of here and we move on. Right, I have set myself a challenge. I am going to create my very first hardcore Minecraft world. So what my plan is to see how far I can go. So not used to the SF5 point of view. So let's go first person. There we go, that's better. So we'll start today by logging out of this and creating a brand new hardcore world and seeing how long we can last. Plan is initially 100 days, and in that 100 days we want to get ourselves nicely settled. If we survive the 100 days, we'll go for 200, in which time we will try and see if we can explore the Nether, my least favourite area of Minecraft. But it's a necessary evil for the progression of the game. So let's start. Exit out of this world and we will create a brand new one. So single player, create new world, and we'll name this, just name it hardcore for now. Do game mode, we want hardcore. There we go. So let's see what we get. Let's hope for a good start seed, good start spawn location. Nearly there. And okay, not exactly an ideal start location. So yeah, let's nice frozen tundra, ice spikes, wonderful. So I'm going to see if I can head off and find a village. Always good to start with a village, because that way we've got beds straight off the mark and pre-built houses, and I think that's one over there. It is. So not a bad location to begin with. We've got quite lucky in the fact that there is a village nearby, so quick and easy resources straight off the mark, just what we like. Obviously grab some wood, there's no guarantee there's going to be a crafting table somewhere in the village, but we can hope there's a blacksmith. So let's head over. I'm not a Minecraft veteran by any stretch of the imagination. I mostly play casual. I would say I'm more of a builder explorer. Redstone is a little hit and miss for me, so we are in the village. Let's have a look. Ooh, got a furnace. That's good. Saves us on some cobblestone to begin with. Let's see what else we've got in the village. Ooh, another furnace. Oh, nice little tunnel down there. Get some early resources hopefully. Couple beds. Not going to be short on beds or two. Not going to attack. Ooh. Got some bread. I'll leave the snowballs for now. Oh, just got hit. That wasn't very fun. And I look like I'm being chased. Right, don't go near the polar bears. They are not very friendly. Not to me anyway, but the villagers seem okay. Right, gather some more wood. We might need to get some tools and a sword so we don't have to worry too much about the polar bears. But yeah, okay, so the polar bears still on us, still attacking us. So I think now might be a good time to look for a house to hide in for a minute. Ah, wonderful. What a great start, eh? Getting attacked by a polar bear and losing our health. So, that is not what I meant to do. Let's build our first crafting table. Get some sticks. And we want a sword. Pickaxe. Grab an axe. And a shovel. So we've got some tools to begin with. Definitely going to need to get a better supply of food. So whilst we might have found a village, the polar bears are definitely a little bit of an issue. I'm not sure how to go about dealing with them. But let's see if there's any other resources we can plunder from the village. I'm likely not going to be staying in this village. Oh, look at that. First bit of armour. Nice iron helm. We will definitely put that on. Let's see, I think we've already been over here. Double furnace, nothing in there. Nothing in the igloo huts. So obviously being a hardcore world, I die, that's it, game over. Which we don't really want to happen too soon, as this is our first ever attempt at a hardcore world. So let's gather up some more wood. So we've got plenty of resources to begin with, and then we'll get some stone. Get rid of the wooden tools and upgrade to our stone tools so we can start making some better progress quicker. So let's have a look down here, shall we? We've got a tunnel, it's got light, let's get some of this. We'll ignore the copper for now. Let's get some stone. Right, time to get some stone tools. So we'll start with a pickaxe. We want an axe. Shovel. And finally we'll go for stone sword. There we go. We'll keep hold of the wooden tools for now. We can just burn through them. Let's get some coal. We might be in a village, but when we go caving later and things like this, we'll definitely want to light them up a little bit. So let's get some torches. Obviously most mobs nowadays don't spawn on at a light level that's higher than 1. So whilst there's daylight coming through the caves in certain areas, we will do a little bit of lighting up. And I'm very much treating this like it's a normal survival world by going down into dark places early on. Probably not the smartest move. So let's go back and see if we can get some more of this coal from here, from our original find location. It's always nice when you find a big coal vein early on. Plenty of torches, so if you want to leave the area, go exploring, all those sorts of things, we can definitely do that. Finish mining this up. Plus, you know, early on experience is always handy. Let's see what we got. Ooh. There we go, that's that coal vein all harvested out. So that's a good haul of coal to begin with, and the sun is going down. Being hardcore, I am definitely sleeping through the first couple of nights, as I definitely need to do some iron farming and definitely upgrade some gear. So let's see if we can find a empty house. Probably not. Kicking someone out of the bed. Sorry mate, you need to get out. We kind of need to sleep, so there we go. First night done. Got our respawn point. And right, I think it's back down to that tunnel. See if we can get some more resources. There's definitely some more coal down there, which we could definitely do with finding. And I've already lost where the tunnel was. Nope, there is a polar bear there. We definitely want to stay away from the polar bears at the moment. They are not our friends. And here we go. Not sure why I'm running everywhere when I don't have the greatest food supply. Again, another thing where I need to gonna have to definitely be careful. Got some bread, but obviously that's not the most ideal food source. I think what we'll probably end up doing is we'll farm some coal, make sure we can find plenty of coal early on from here. Then we will likely leave, grab a bed from the village, leave and see if we can find a more suitable location to begin our setup. Definitely not looking to do anything in a frozen tundra and ice spiked biome and that. By the way, if I get any of these biome names wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comment section. That would be handy. Like I said, I'm not any sort of Minecraft pro, mostly just play for fun and in my free time, as I do have a full-time job. Not the I don't mind my job, pays the bills, that sort of thing, but definitely like to enjoy relaxing, playing a little bit of playing some video games and that. I've been playing video games most of my life, if I'm being honest. Always had a console, a laptop, or a PC in one form or another. So definitely big on the gaming side of things. But yeah, Minecraft's one that I got introduced to a few years back, and you know, it's like with most games, you have spouts where you're like, oh, just playing it all the time, can't stop, and then you just like suffer the burnout. So I think with this challenge, it's definitely going to be one of those where I take it slow. You know, I work weekdays, only got weekends free, so it'll likely end up being I build and play on the sort of Saturday, edit the videos on the Sunday, and then look to get them posted out going forward. But we'll wait and see what happens. Obviously real life can sometimes kick us to the curb, put a dampener in plans, slow things down. Not everything goes according to plan. Not looking to go down too far too deep just yet. Looking to get some early resources, some coal. If we find some iron, brilliant, fantastic, but without digging down too deep, not sure we're going to find much in the way of iron. Definitely not finding diamonds in this episode, so this is just to sort of get us started, if you will. Can we mine coal with a wooden pickaxe? Yes, fantastic. Let's get this pickaxe used up, and we'll make ourselves a fresh stone one. But yeah, so I do hope that, you know, if you do start watching the videos, start following along with this journey and that and everything, if you have any suggestions, any ideas, always feel free to drop them in the comment section. I will try and read as many as I can. Don't think this is, yeah, copper can't be mined with a wooden pickaxe. Nice to know. But yeah, I do hope, obviously, if you do enjoy the videos, you follow along. Be nice, build a little community, that sort of thing. Obviously, mostly doing this just for some fun, set myself a challenge. I think what we'll do is we will farm out this vein of coal, and we will look to potentially move on after the next night cycle. So let's head back up to the village. I do have an idea of the type of mainstay base I'm going to build. I'm very most of my builds in my private worlds, my own personal worlds, and on the odd server or two that I've played, tend to be, I would say, you could call it medieval in style. I do like the whole medieval castle style fantasies and stuff and that. There are a lot of YouTubers out there that do enjoy that type of building as well. I know Jeracraft is a big one. But yeah, so that's probably the build style I'm going to aim to go for in the long run. But it's going to be a case of trying to find a nice area that will match what I'm looking for. And yeah, cool there. Definitely need to go somewhere where there's more animals. We will probably grab one of the furnaces from here as well, just so we can do some food cooking. Ooh, and as there's a stone cutter, we'll definitely grab that as well. Let's have a look. So, crafting table. Let's get ourselves another stone pickaxe or two. So, grab some planks. Couple of stone pickaxes. Stone cutter, always very helpful in saving certain stone resources. Are some crops here which we may help ourselves to. Yeah, let's help ourselves to some crops. That way we've got something we can plant later on for some food and stuff. Because we obviously, as we said, we're not going to be staying in this village. It's not the best looking one. It's not in the type of area that I like. Probably end up pilchering some more stuff, some more resources, some of these lanterns, torches, that sort of thing, so that when we do find an area we can light it up nice and quickly. So yeah, really being hardcore world. If it wasn't, I probably wouldn't raid a village. I'd look to set up base somewhere else, then go looking for a village so we can get the villagers, village breeding farm, all that side of stuff. But being a hardcore world and my first ever attempt, I'm definitely leaning towards find a village and make the most use out of it. Obviously this village isn't really one I want to stick around in. I want to try and find plains area, build my base, hopefully find a plains village. More variety, you know. You got the chance of all the different flowers for the dyes and stuff that will be needed. Different trees. Spruce is okay, but I do find like the oak logs definitely suit the more medieval style of builds and stuff, and that I'm more favoured towards building, should we say. Yeah, so definitely dismantle some of these lampposts. Fencing's always a good idea. Not going to dismantle complete houses. I mean, I'm not that much of a monster to the villagers. And as we can see, it is now starting to get dark. It's fine. We will go and find a bed, sleep through the night. There we go. Right, that's 2 nights gone through. Grab the last couple of these lanterns and a bit more fencing, and then we can move on and look to find somewhere decent to try and set up. I mean, would I like to try and kill the iron golems for the iron? Yes. Am I going to attempt it? No. It probably wouldn't end well in my favour, and this would be a very, very short challenge series, so we are not going to be attempting that. I do like that this village was here very close to the spawn. Got a lot of nice lanterns. I'm not going to rob the bell, I don't really see the need to take the bell. Grab a few more lanterns. And to pick a direction and see what we can find. And there goes the wooden axe. Fantastic. Onto the stone axe. I'm pretty sure I might have seen something worthwhile over in this direction. So let's have a look, see if I was right. Yes, I think those are pumpkins over there. Definitely go and see about grabbing them. Let's not sprint everywhere, because and places like that in a survival world, on a normal world, I would be looking to go straight down into, because you'll always find plenty of resources. But hardcore, I think we're definitely going to play a lot safer than we normally would. So we'll head over here, grab some of these pumpkins, because we can always turn them into lanterns, good source of light. Make some pumpkin pies, obviously, should we really need to. And the other good thing about pumpkins, obviously, carve one, put it on your head, and Enderman will leave you alone, which will always come in handy on a hardcore world, especially when we head to the end to try and fight the Ender Dragon, which we're hoping to survive long enough to do, but we will definitely be doing it cautiously and correctly. So now I have a choice. Which direction do I want to go? I'm thinking I'm facing south. Do you think south's a good idea? I think south might be alright. It's one of those, isn't it? Which is the best direction to go? We will head south, so let us head south. We've got our furnace, we've got plenty of coal, got a bed, some supplies. So let's head south and see if we can get away from the snow and the ice biomes. We will do a bit of sprinting just to speed this up a little bit. Obviously you might not have to sit through all this. Now that's a tempting sight down there. I'm seeing some iron. Do we go for it? I think we play it safe and we just try and see if we can find somewhere decent to set up for the night, or set up permanently. So I am now going to sprint off to try and find somewhere. I will come back to you once I've done so. Okay, so on our way down south we found another village. So we can get some more supplies. Look at that, that is glorious, is it not? A brewing stand, perfect. We would definitely be yoinking that, I think. And a brewing stand early on in the game is never a bad thing. It's a shame we have to go to the Nether and get some blaze rods, but that's definitely going to be a while. Got some more bread, some beetroot seeds. Don't need the snow for now. Obviously the snowballs will come in handy much later on in the game. And there we have some easy-ish accessible iron. So let's grab some dirt so we can just tower our way down and back up. Oh, Seemed to have swapped to the axe, that wasn't meant to happen. And there we have it, our first lot of harvested iron. And now we just get back up and there we go. We are back up. It is snowing. I don't know how the snow affects light levels. I can't say I've ever spent too much time in snowy biomes. I dislike them. They are probably one of my least favourite biomes. I try to avoid them, as you can probably guess by me wanting to go south away from that first village. It is coming up to night time, so we will rob a bed and go to sleep. The sun is up on another nice day. Let's explore this village a little bit more. If there's one thing I'll say about snow villages, it's that there are very few chests. So, let us crack on and continue heading south. We have a full inventory. Definitely going to need to rob a chest at some point. We've got what looks like quite a ways to go before we get out of this snowy biome. So I'm going to carry on going south, and you guys can join up with me in a little while. And look at that, apparently it wasn't too far. We have made it. We are out of the snow. There's a lovely plains biome in front of us, and we have our first signs of wildlife. So what we're going to do now is we are going to look to get rid of a few things that we don't need. What don't we want? Not going to need the wheat seeds, get rid of the snowballs. And now we can get some meat. So let's go and kill the chickens. And we can cook them up. Because meat is better than bread, despite what any vegetarian might say. Do we have enough space? No, we don't have enough space for some beef yet. But we're not overtly worried because we have made it to a plains biome. And we have plenty of oak trees, probably a little forest over there. So let's head over there to the forest area, so we can start gathering some trees and start setting up some roots for our first base. The area we're going to occupy for a while, and should all go well, hopefully build it out to be a thriving metropolis. No, that's too modern, isn't it? A thriving village and a castle. And I like this. Up, down. Oh. Oh, now this. This is an area worth remembering to come back to. Minecart tracks, gorge, oh look at that. That is beautiful. So, what we're going to do, we're going to remember this location. And I was right, we have a forest next to a plains, just what we want. Some sugarcane on the riverbanks. We did pick up some on our way to that second village, which was good. So, I think we're going to be setting up our base and our first village area somewhere around here. Luckily, we're not too far from that second village we found, which means when we want to transport villagers, we can do quite easily if we want. Or what we can do is we can go and look for potential village nearer, closer to home. So we'll do a little bit of exploring. Plenty of sheep, cattle, horses, pigs. This is probably just a grade A area to set up in, I think. So I think what we'll do is lots of gorges and stuff, lots of pitfall areas, but if we're careful, I think we can make this area work. Just looking for fun points of interest, anything we can utilise to make something truly unique. That's pretty cool. That's not too bad, but doesn't really seem to go anywhere. And I am intrigued by this over here. Oh, look at that. A bee with a beehive. So we can get plenty of honey. Set up a bee farm. So, and look at this. It's almost like natural fortifications. And we are definitely hungry, so we've got what looks like the starts of a cave down here, which it is. Marvellous. I think what we're going to do is we will start setting up our first base around this area, which means we are going to need, and it was looking so promising. So what we'll do is we'll set up just outside. We'll set up in this area here, and we'll start creating our home for this lovely challenge. So what we'll do is we will build ourselves a small basic house, and once we've done that we will call it quits, and that'll be it for this first episode. So just want to clear all the flowers, all the plants, everything. One of the things we should probably do is we want to place down our crafting table. And let's craft a chest. So we can start placing stuff we don't need into it. Empty our inventory a little bit. So we're going to need to keep these up. Definitely going to need that, because the other thing we want to do, we want to place a furnace, pop that in there, get our raw chicken out, and start cooking that. It is starting to get dark. We are completely exposed here. So we're going to do an old school but a goodie. We're going to set our bed down. And we're going to go to sleep in the open. And hopefully no harm comes to us. Look at that. Wonderful. So now we can finish clearing this area. We've got some meat cooking up. Plenty of animals in the vicinity if we want to do more. We're not going to build anything extreme or big. We're just going to go for a nice small modest build. Just cut down all the grass. And as there's a sheep here, we will kill it because meat is always good. Clear a few more shrubs and plants, bushes, grass, all that sort of stuff. Right, that's more than enough for a first house, I should say. So, how do we want to build? Let's have a look. So we've got some wood, we've got some cobblestone, and we've got all of this stuff here that we can mine out to get some more resources. So let's help ourselves to some more cobblestone. Wood might be a little bit of a bugbear, but there are plenty of trees around. We can go and get some more. It's not an issue. Unfortunately, I don't have a second account to do the whole cam thing, so it will mostly be, you'll have to look at it through my perspective, I'm afraid, during this survival challenge of hardcore. But let's lay out the groundworks for our first house. We're just going to do a nice simple little box. We've only got spruce, and there's not much spruce around here. So I think what we'll do is we'll go and grab some oak logs. Grab some oak. Not from this tree because there's a lovely beehive on it. That can't be the only oak tree within the small distance of my area. Right, I'm going to go grab some oak and then we'll be back to the building site. And we're back, and we've got some wood. We've got wood. We also managed to grab ourselves some of the oak saplings that fall from the leaves. So what we're going to do is plant these here, let them grow. So that way we've got a couple of trees closer to our first building. So we're just going to do a nice, simple structure to begin with. Nothing special, nothing fancy, just nice, simple building. And there is a zombie. Now where did he come from? Now we've got to figure out where the zombie might have come from. My guess is it came from down there. That's absolutely fine. We're not overtly worried about that. we will carry on with building our first building. I don't think I want it quite that small. So and it is starting to get dark again, which means another sleep through the night. Our house isn't quite ready yet. There we go. And daytime. There we go, I think that looks good. Put our corner pillars. We're not going to have a simple square box, no. Might be our first build, but we're definitely going to make it look nice. We are probably going to need a lot more cobblestone than what we currently have. But that's fine, plenty of it about. As for a roof, we will likely stick to a simple flat slab roof to begin with. And then what we can do eventually is extend the house, build a second layer, increase the height of the roof. There's plenty of stuff that we can do. For now, start nice and simple. And that's one thing I'm going to go grab quickly. We're going to go grab some sand because I know there's going to be a little bit of it over here by the riverbank. We'll grab some sand, smelt that and get some glass. Times like these you really want aqua affinity. $17, that should do. We don't need too many to begin with, just looking to get a couple of windows in the house just to make it look nicer. We will turn the glass into panes so it goes even further as well. Avoid all these deep gorges. There we go. Right, let's decide where we're going to leave our windows. And now we need to go farm some cobblestone. So we will start with this lot here because we're going to clear out this middle section eventually, so might as well make use of it now. I'm going to flatten all that in here. Might as well take the dirt down at the same time. Okay, so we finished off building the walls of the house. Now it's time to get the glass in and get these slabs made up from the wood, get the roof on, door in, and then that is it. Let us crack on. Wrong thing, we need the furnace. So we've got our glass, and now make our panes. I need to use blocks for there, so that was a little bit silly, never mind. Right. Nope, we do not want trapdoors. And I am now struggling to remember. There we go. That's what we want. That should do. However, got some doors as well. Nighttime's kicking in. We've got our walls up, so that's all good. Let's put the door on. Boom, we've got a nice little door. Now we need to start doing the roof. So we jump up here, pop that there, and then we can start slabbing the roof. Get rid of this block we used to start it with. And we're done. We have a roof over their heads, we have walls all around, we've got windows, we can view our surroundings, we've got our bed, we've got chest, we've got some supplies, got our furnace, got our crafting table. Trees that we originally planted, they've all nicely grown, so we've got wood supply, and of course as we harvest them, more saplings will drop. We'll have a nice steady supply of wood close to our base. We've got stone nearby, got gorges. So this is... Trying to remember where I see the days again. Where on this thing that Minecraft days? This one I really should have thought of when I started this. We have to keep track of the Minecraft days. There it is, day 6. Okay, found it, finally. So, that is day 6 of our initial 100 day survival challenge in our very first ever hardcore world. We've plundered 2 villages. We've managed to get ourselves a nice beginner starter base. There's plenty of room in here for what we need. We can extend, we can make this house bigger, we can do what we want with it. We are then going to look to extend the area outwards, get our first couple of farms up and running, but for now, that is all we've got time for. That's the end of our first episode. Thank you so much if you joined me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode, where we will begin to get our first farm set up and hopefully get some more iron, which means going underground. Until then, see you next time.